One of the great things about feminine energy and feminine communication is that it will repel men. Some men, not all men, but it will repel emasculated men, deeply emasculated men. It will repel feminine men. It will attract really healthy masculine men who want to take care of you and cherish you, but it will often repel men. And understand that your job as a woman, it is not to attract every single man to you. You don't need that. You got better things to do in your life than have conversations with every single man. You want to filter those men out. And one great way to filter out feminine men who are going to be complete time wasters and drain your life is by being fully in your feminine energy and using feminine communication. That means you're going to be rejected, and you need to get very comfortable with rejection, because rejection is going to be part of how you save so much time in your dating life. This can be a difficult thing for women, right? You want to be naturally attractive to everybody. But let's paint a picture here. You got this man who maybe initially really likes you because he finds that you're attractive, like just physically. And he wants a mummy. He wants a mummy who will take care of him, take care of his feelings, will support him, ask him about his day, give him hugs when he's struggling, be the one that's solving any problems between the two of them. A mummy who's going to be setting up dates and initiating and making plans for them. You probably don't want that kind of man. Unless your feminine instinct is completely suppressed, and in which case you're probably not ready for my content. Unless you're that kind of woman, you're going to be repelled by that kind of man. It's going to feel very heavy for you. You're going to feel very drained by that kind of man. You want him to reject you so that you don't waste your time with him. Women who want to be liked by everybody. It's like you want to be a good girl. You want to be, you're a people pleaser in some kind of way. Maybe you fawn some of the time. You want to be liked because it hurts to be rejected. It hurts for men to not find you attractive. So you kind of contort yourself into being whoever you think a man wants you to be. And of course, where would this have come from? A lot of this is going to come from childhood, where you contorted yourself to be who you thought your parents wanted you to be, which wasn't necessarily you. It wasn't your authentic, genuine self. And so you twisted yourself into something else to get that love, to get that acceptance, to get that care, which actually is a masculinized control pattern. It can look very feminine a lot of the time, but it is energetically masculine because you're trying to get an outcome, trying to get love, trying to get care. The feminine doesn't try. You don't need to try to do anything. You get love, you get affection, you get care just by being you, without trying to get a man to like you, avoid his negative reactions, none of that stuff. That's the energy that you need to be in. If you want to attract healthy masculine men, that's the energy that you need to be in. But if you find a more feminine man who's looking for more of a mummy, and you kind of lack self-worth, and you try to be worthy of men by doing stuff for them, by being in that supportive role, by giving them compliments, by initiating, by making plans, by playing mummy, then you will often attract those kind of men. And you will hate your life. You will drive yourself crazy. And the relationship's not going to work out because it's a wounded relationship. Right? You're both catering to each other's wounds. So part of your healing, if that describes you in any kind of way, is to learn how to be in your feminine energy. Use feminine communication. So, just a couple examples of feminine communication. That means you need to get really good at asking for help. Help with your feelings, help with your problems, help with clarity that you don't have, and ask for it permissively. And when you do that, healthy masculine men are going to love it because they like helping a woman. They like taking care of a woman. They like when a woman is permissive with him. They like when she asks for help, when she opens herself for help, when she's receptive to help, because now there's a place for him. A masculine man needs to be needed. He needs to, and I don't mean that in an unhealthy way. He needs to be needed in a healthy way. A feminine man doesn't need to be needed. He needs to be taken care of. And so when you open yourself up and start permissively asking for help, he's, first of all, might not know what to do, and it's not really going to feel good for him. In the same kind of way, if your feminine instinct is online and a man comes up to you and says, like, may I please have some help? And may I please have some support? And he's like looking for you to support him and take care of him. Does that feel good for you? No. I mean, it probably doesn't, unless you got some really big wounds around that. It doesn't feel good because your feminine instinct is saying, this isn't what I need. This is definitely not what I need. I need to be taken care of. I need a man who's solid in himself, who knows how to take care of himself, and is so solid that he can also take care of me. So when you've got a man who wants to be taken care of and you are asking him for help, it's his wounds, because he's not actually in his instinct. It's his wounds that's saying, I can't be taken care of here. And he's going to lose attraction for you. And he's probably going to reject you. And he might be quite reactive as well. Like, he really might not like it. And you share your feelings. Well, he doesn't like that either, because he doesn't want to hold space for your feelings. And you share the problem, and he's like, I don't really like that either, because I just want a solution. Like, just give me a solution. Just tell me what you want. Right? That's one of the marks of a feminine man is, just tell me what you want. Just tell me what I should do. Masculine men don't want to be told what to do. Masculine men don't want to be provided solutions by their woman. They want to provide the solution for their woman to take care of her. So that's part of why with feminine communication you share problems instead of sharing all the solutions. Your job is simply to be you. It is to be your most feminine self. And then you're basically putting all the chips down on the table, or the cards down on the table. And whatever happens from that, you will get rejected by the wrong kind of men, and you will attract the right kind of men, and you'll be taken care of by them. That's all you have to do. This is such a simple concept, and yet if you're really stuck in your control patterns, it can be one of the most difficult things to shift. We're going to talk a little bit more about why that is and the difficulty of letting go of those control patterns and why that's going to completely mess up your love life and why it's probably already messed up your love life. Before we do, I do need to quickly introduce myself. Hello, my name is Zach Rohde. I'm here to lead you into creating the relationship of your dreams, using your feminine energy and what I call feminine communication to inspire a man into cherishing you. If you've not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you do that below. Hit the notification bell and be sure to like this video because I'm going to make sure it's a good one for you. And if you would like help learning how to shift out of your unhealthy control patterns, go below this video, open up the description. You're going to see my link, relationshipofyourdreams.com. That's my main website. Click on that, and right at the top there is a offer of my free training. Like, this isn't some BS like garbage training. Like, I put a lot of time and effort into this to really show you exactly what you need to be doing, a really important overview of what you need to be doing to shift into your feminine energy, feminine communication, to being naturally inspiring to a man, and actually to heal yourself. So check it out. Watch it. It's 45 minutes. It's fantastic. Okay, so the problem for women. You need to be okay with getting rejected. You need to be okay with feeling the pain and the discomfort of being rejected. You need to even enjoy it, because you could get to that place. It's like, wow, I just saved so much time. One of the biggest issues that women have when it comes to rejection is they take it personally. I'm not saying every single woman, but a lot of women, they take it personally, especially women who are more kind of feminine inclined. Their feminine instinct is online. They're not necessarily feminine embodied. There's a big difference, but they at least have their instinct online of like, yeah, I really want to be taken care of. What many of these women tend to do is they internalize rejection and they make it about them. And these are the kind of women that end up trapped in relationships for years or decades, wasting their time trying to fix themselves, trying to be good enough, trying to be worthy, contorting yourself in knots, exactly what you probably did in childhood. And it never works, because trying to fix yourself with that kind of energy and thinking that the issue is always you, that's a really unhealthy pattern. Now, of course, what I teach, it's a little bit different. Like, yes, you need to focus on your side of the street. You need to look at every situation and think like, okay, how am I co-creating this situation? How could I be co-creating this situation where this man is, this man that is capable of leading and everything, he's going distant on me. He's not really showing up for me anymore. He's not wanting to provide. He's not really wanting to take care of me like he used to. How could this have happened? Or, he's getting argumentative with me. He's being reactive when I share things. How could this happen? Of course, he has a part to play, as all men do, right? This is always a co-creation. But then you can look at your side of the street too. How could I be co-creating this? Is it because I'm actually in my masculine energy? Am I trying to control him? Am I trying to lead him? Am I trying to manipulate him? Am I not using feminine communication with him? So you need to look at that and see how you can shift. Absolutely. Look at how you can shift. But don't get to the point where you think it must all be on you and then abandon yourself. Lose yourself to be the woman that you think he wants you to be. You need to choose to be the woman that you want to be for yourself. And this is also true when you start learning about feminine communication. One of the things that goes wrong for women that learn about feminine communication and feminine energy is they start learning it, but they apply it to the same unhealthy control patterns where they contort themselves. Like, okay, I'm doing this because I need to be attractive to a masculine man. I want this man to like me. I don't want this man to reject me or be reactive with me. That's the wrong energy to apply feminine communication. You can apply all this communication that you would otherwise really want for yourself, like, oh yeah, this all makes sense. But you're doing it for a result. You're actually abandoning yourself. You're actually becoming more manipulative. This needs to be done first and foremost for you. You have to learn how to be permissive, vulnerable, open, receptive, using feminine communication in all these ways because it feels good for you. Because you want to be this self, right? The person that you really want to be deep inside, really focus on that. Well, there's a little bit of nuance to this, but this is who you are inside. That can be stuck in a lot of self-judgments and shame and stuff, right? Like, part of you might really want to be feminine, but at the same time you judge that part of you as weak. Very common for women. But underneath all those judgments, you're uncovering who you really are. You're not contorting yourself into being someone that you're not. You are bringing out who you really are. You're looking at your side of the street, okay? Because ultimately, the reason you're not getting what you want in your love life is because you're not being who you really are. That's what it really comes down to. And when I say that, this advice can get really mixed up with, just be yourself, because most people don't really know themselves, right? Most people are so stuck in their control patterns, they don't really know who they are. And what feminine communication does is it actually shows you who you really are. It taps you into that most vulnerable, beautiful, genuine self and gives you a language to communicate that self. That's what feminine communication is doing. You don't even realize the way that you're avoiding being vulnerable, because the feminine instinct, it is to be open. It is to be vulnerable. It's to wear your heart on your sleeve. It's just that it's terrifying to do that, right? If you haven't received love and care from a man and from your parents where you can just be fully emotionally naked, then it's going to be terrifying. You never learned that it's safe to be that way. This energy and this way of being will repel the wrong kind of men, and you will get rejected. And that is such a fantastic thing. And you need to be okay with it and stop focusing on how a man is responding and start focusing more on how you feel embodying this. It will attract the right kind of men, but not because you're trying to attract them, but rather because you're focusing on how this is for you, being the most feminine version of yourself for you. Your feminine energy will attract the right kind of men without you trying to do anything at all. And that's beautiful. That's what you need as a woman. I want to help you learn how to do that. This is something that everyone can theoretically learn on their own through trial and error, and it's a really big pain in the butt. And it's really painful, and it takes a really long time. But theoretically, it's possible. I want to shorten that learning curve for you and make your dream relationship a reality like this year, or let's say next year at the latest. And the way that I do that, and my team does that, is in our academy program where we actually lead you through all these shifts. We lovingly correct you when you're in your masculine energy, when you're stuck controlling, when you're fawning, when you're hidden behind judgments, when you're hiding your heart, when you're in your masculine energy, repelling the kind of devotion that you actually need. So we show you how to shift all of that and help you connect to your feminine self-worth and learn how to love yourself fully for the feminine being that you are, which is just naturally going to be attractive and inspiring to masculine men. It's that simple. If you would like help learning how to do that, and you're interested, at least in getting our support, then go below this video, open up the description, and click on relationshipyourdreams.com. Right below the main section is a section to book a call with me and to also learn about how we can help you. Book that call. On that call, we're going to have a lot of fun exploring why you're stuck, why you're not getting the devotion that you deserve from a masculine man, whether you're single or in a relationship. We'll uncover those control patterns. We'll talk about them. We'll talk about what you need to do to shift. This is free. Call is totally free as long as you're actually serious about getting potential support. And we'll find out if our academy, if our support system makes sense for you, if we can actually help you. And if I think that we can, and you're interested in hearing from us at that point, we'll talk all about how we can help you. And you can ask me any questions you have. And then you can decide whether you'd like to work with us or not. If that describes you, then I can't wait to hear from you. I look forward to speaking with you on that call. relationshipyourdreams.com. That's it for this one.